Hello there, and welcome to the How to Market Your Horse Business podcast with Denise Alvarez. I'm so glad that you are here. Just quickly, in case we're new friends, I'll tell you a bit about myself, and then we will jump into all the goodness of today's podcast episode. So through my business, Storm Lily Marketing, I help horse business owners like you to convert your website visitors into your customers through coaching, website design, website content, email marketing, and my monthly membership called Social Stripe. And the reason I do all of these things is because I want to help horse business owners be able to be outside doing more of what you love to do, working with horses, right? And not being sitting at the computer. Because I get that you may not love or get excited about marketing, or maybe you do, and that's why you're here as well. But the point is, I want to help you and provide you with some step-by-step strategies, some basic how-tos, so that you can market your business for what's best for you. And I want to help guide you through that process to help you make it happen. So today on the podcast, we are talking about your freebie again. So a few weeks ago, we talked at depth here about some important things for you to remember and some specific strategies for you to use so that you can build a really valuable freebie. That one thing that's going to help build your email list so that you can connect with your best fit customer and build that relationship through your email marketing. So if you missed those episodes, and I encourage you to go back at some point in the next couple of weeks to listen, it's episode number 33, 4 proven ideas for your valuable email freebie, aka lead magnet, and episode number 35, 10 tips to make your valuable email freebie a smashing success. And I also put together a free guide. So if you have not went to get your free freebie guide, then head to stormlily.com/freebie and you will get a guide that's going to help you create your amazing freebie. So all those things to say, we have talked before on the podcast about your freebie and about creating it. But what I haven't shared or talked to specifically is how you're going to share it, right? So we talked a little bit in episode 35, but today I'm going to share some specific ways that you can take your freebie to the masses, right? Because it's not an if you build it, they will come kind of scenario, right? You need to actually get the word out that you have something that's helpful and useful. And so I want to help you do that and give you some ideas here. Now, obviously, there are a ton more. There's more than 9 ways for you to get the word out. But I wanted to at least get you a starting point. And then I am sure we will talk about this on a future episode of the podcast as well. Now, here's the thing. I have shared this before, but I really believe that it's vital that email marketing and collecting email addresses becomes a key piece of your overall marketing strategy. So it's a simple thread that runs through each thing. And as you filter your advertising, as you filter your marketing through a funnel, then email marketing is always going to be a key part of that. And because of that, then you're going to be able to build your email list. And here's the thing, it's not just about building that list. It truly is about serving because as you heard on those previous episodes, I want you to create something that's very valuable, something that people are going to love, that they're going to use, that they're going to reference, and it's going to help them to meet their goals, whatever it is that is related to your product or service. So it's not just about blitzing and saying, hey, I have something free. It is about serving, as you've heard me say on the podcast before, and it's about serving in such a way that goes above and beyond their expectations that they can't believe they got this for free, and it speaks so well of your business and the quality of information, products, and services that you provide. Now, I do not want to overwhelm you, so I do have 9 ways for you to share your freebie, but of course, you can get this list at the show notes, which will be stormlily.com/40. So if you are not taking notes or if you don't want to take notes, you can definitely head there and I will have the highlights of this list for you as well. All right. So we are going to jump in with both feet. And first on the list is that I want you to create a landing page. Now, like I said, I always break down any marketing terms. And when I say a landing page, it is simply a page that sits on your website and its sole purpose is to get someone to sign up for your freebie. So a great landing page is not going to have your typical menu at the top or your footer at the bottom. It is very simple, and the only content on the page is going to tell the visitor why they should sign up for this freebie, and it provides a very easy way for them to do that, such as a simple web form. It basically is your freebies home base. And as I shared previously on another episode, you wanted to have that simple URL. So yourwebsite.com/freebie, just like my freebie guide, right? It is stormlily.com/freebie. And you can easily go there, and it's easy to remember. It's easy to type in. Now, when I share this idea with my email marketing clients, so we build them a great freebie, I build them a landing page, and then they say, okay, that's it, right? Then I don't need to put it on my website. Is that what you're saying? And I always want to clarify that that is not what I'm saying. Your landing page is in addition to the other places that you have this on your website, right? So when someone comes to your website, they shouldn't have to hunt to find your freebie. You want it to be easy. But the point of the landing page is so that you could easily point people there. And so they don't get distracted by other things that may be on your website. And those are good things, but you want the one thing that they do when they go to this page to be to sign up. And having a dedicated landing page allows you to easily send them to one place so they don't have to go looking for it. And you're going to increase the chances of them doing what you want, which is getting on your email list. Okay? All right, so now that we've got that down, you're going to create a landing page. And then you're also, number 2, going to tell your email list about it. Now, if you have not intentionally built your email list, that is okay, because you most likely have a list of existing previous customers maybe, and you can tell them, because remember, this freebie you've created is valuable, right? So they're going to want it. So put together a quick email and tell them, let them know that it's available. Now, this does remind me that just because you have a list of customers, it does not mean that you can all of a sudden start blitzing them with your marketing emails. There are actually laws about those things. So what I am suggesting is one simple email that says, hey, I just wanted to let you know I created this free resource. It's available to you if you like it. If you do sign up, then I will be sending out some regular emails. It'll have tips about horse care. It'll have tips about horse training, or whatever it is that your audience is looking for that you're going to be serving them with. But let them know ahead of time. And that gives them the opportunity. If they want your marketing emails, if they want your regular emails, then they will opt in and get that freebie. And if they don't, then don't send them regular emails, right? Keep them on your customer list. Send them invoices as needed, but don't send them your marketing emails, okay? All right, so number 2 is your email list, and number 3 is your business card. Now, stay with me. I know some of you may be saying, Denise, it's a world of social. I don't really need a business card. And it depends on where you're at. Some of you may be saying, yeah, I've got them in my back pocket. But here's the thing. In-person connections still matter. Those shows that you're going to, the rodeos you're going to, the expos you're going to, you ought to have some business cards in your pocket, in your truck, in your grooming bag, wherever it might be, so that you're ready when somebody says, oh, do you have a website? Or, oh, can I get more information? Oh, can I follow up with you? Then you can give them your card, and you can also turn it over and say, oh, and I also have this great resource, this great cleaning toolkit, or whatever it might be, your tack room checklist, you're going to have that on one side of your business card, and you're going to have that super simple URL we talked about and send them to that landing page. So it's going to be on your business card. That is number 3. Okay. All right. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is a website pop-up form. Now, pop-ups, let's define it first, and then do not turn this off, because I promise you they do work, in case you're going, oh, I hate pop-ups. A pop-up is exactly that. It is a sign-up box that pops up on your website to promote your freebie. I know many of us will say, I hate pop-ups, but let me tell you, the statistics for them are very clear, which is why you continue to see them. Pop-ups work. They actually do work, but I want you to build it in a way that's not annoying. And there are a few options so that you can have it pop up as soon as it lands, or as soon as a visitor lands on your website. You could also have one set so that it's after 5 seconds, then it comes up. Or you can have what's called an exit pop-up, and it only comes up when the visitor is about to leave your website. Now, of course, that only works on desktop, because on mobile, it works by following the mouse, actually. And so on mobile, there's actually not a mouse to follow. So the exit pop-ups will not work there. And there are some pop-ups that you don't want on mobile because it doesn't always make for a great mobile experience. So you could just have it on the desktop version of your website. So remember, the point is you want to make it easy and you also want to grab their attention and build it where it comes to place from service. So don't just say, get my freebie. Use that great verbiage you came up with when you created your valuable freebie to remind them why they want it. But I do think you should consider this way of getting people to sign up, which is having a website pop-up form on your website. Okay, number 5 is your email signature. Now, as a business owner, I guarantee you send out emails on the regular, whether it's a daily or weekly basis. I'm sure the number gets high. So why not take advantage of that? You're not only emailing your existing customers, right? So put one line in your email signature that tells people that you have a great freebie and link to that landing page. Now you can see why that landing page is so important. I keep referring to it because it is key to building that email list. Now, here's what I want to remind you of with your email signature. The words in this one-liner can be a deal breaker. So I'm always telling you to keep your audience in mind when you're writing your copy. And this one line that's going in your email signature is a place where I really want you to remember that. So don't start out by saying, get my freebie here, right? Or get my free checklist here, whatever it is, get my. You see how it's starting out with you? Instead, why don't you speak to your audience? Say something like, build a better connection with your horse. Get my free 5-step guide here. See how that's a little bit better? So as you're writing that one-liner in your email signature, take a little bit of time and think about your audience and what's going to get them to click on that to go to your landing page. Okay, number 6 is your Facebook page. Now, we can talk about social media more a little bit later, and I actually plan to have a whole episode later this year about how you can use social media creatively to get your email list going. But on this specific one, I just want you to think about your Facebook page and how you can use it to build your email list with your freebie. So one way is obviously make a post, right? Make a creative post, engage with your audience, provide the link, and then I want you to turn around and message your friends and your family and ask them to share that one post. See how many times you can get it shared. If they would do a great comment, have them, feel free to tell them what you want them to say so it looks meaningful. But the point is, you never know who your friends might know that need your product or your service or your freebie in this case. So have that one post. You're not going to do this every time you post on Facebook, right? But when you have this one and it has a purpose, then you can tell them, hey, I'm really trying to use this to connect with more people. Would you please share it? Then I'm sure they would be happy to. Now, you can also use the cover photo on your Facebook page and the call to action button on your Facebook page. So the one that often says sign up for a lot of pages, you can use that to link to your landing page, and you can use the image for your cover photo or even the video if you want to promote your freebie. Because again, it's not just selling your services, it's serving, and people are going to appreciate that and they're going to be more prone to sign up for it that way. So number 6 is your Facebook page. Let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is to create a tools and resources page on your website. Now, by doing this, again, you're going back to that idea of serving. And when people get on your website and they say, you can even say free resources if you want, or you can say my favorite tools, whatever it is, a place that people are going to be intrigued to go there and see what's there. And then when you have your free resource available, boom, you have more email addresses and you've also built some trust because you're serving. So you starting out, you definitely could just put your freebie, and then over time you could add to that, right? Maybe you have some blog posts that are super helpful. Maybe you're somebody who does YouTube videos. You could embed your YouTube videos on that page of your website and then highlight your freebie as a part of that. So build up a tools and resources page that would be a really great educational resource, and then make sure you use that to get your freebie as well. Okay, friends, we're so close to done, so stick with me. We are at number 8. So another way that you can share your freebie to collect more email addresses is to remember your print materials. Do you have a brochure? Do you have an advertisement that's coming up in a magazine or a newspaper? Feature your freebie on those materials and make sure you use that easy to remember URL that we talked about so that they can very easily on their phone jump on, put that in there, and get that freebie delivered to their email address. You're going to give them an incentive to visit your website. So it's so much better than just saying, or just having the picture and just having your website, right? You're giving them a reason to go there, something that's going to actually benefit them. And if they're choosing to read your materials, if they're choosing to visit your website, then by doing that, they've already qualified themselves as someone who is interested in what you have to offer. So your awesome freebie and your follow-up emails could be just what it takes for them to become one of your most valuable customers. So as you're putting together your print materials, whether it's a flyer you're hanging up at the feed store or something that you're paying for in a magazine, I want you to remember to use it to build your email list. Okay, friends, we are on our last one. Now, as I said, we will talk about social media at depth later, but number 9 is your social media bio. So there are a lot of fun ways that you can regularly promote your freebie on social media, but specifically, I want you to think about your bio. Use that link as a way to push them to your freebie landing page, and use that section to tell them what it is, right? Why do they want it? So instead of just visit my website, encourage them to go get your freebie. So you can do that in Instagram, you can do that in Facebook, you can do that in all the places, even if it's not clickable, because you have a super simple URL, they're going to be able to go find it very easily. So go take a look at your social media bio, see if you can edit it to include your freebie. Okay, I'm so proud of you that you have made it this far, and what I want you to do is pick one thing. I've shared 9 simple ideas, but I want you to pick one that you are going to do in the next 3 to 5 days. Put it on your calendar and make it happen. And then I want you to put it on your calendar that you're going to go back. And for every week, you're just going to do one, right? Do one specific thing, and you're going to build this up as a part of your overall strategy. And long term, you are definitely going to see the benefits as you continue to serve before you sell. And you're doing that with your freebie, all right? Because here's the thing. If you create this awesome, valuable resource, but you don't take the time to share about it and to get the word out and to do it on the regular basis, not just the 1 week that you created it, right? I want you to do it on a regular basis. Then no one's going to hear about it. And then it's not going to impact your business in the way it could. So I promise you, if you will commit to doing these things, you will start to see new relationships formed and new customers come on board. All right. Now, as I promised, you can jump over to stormlily.com/40 for episode number 40, and I will have each of these things listed on the show notes for you. And I will, of course, have a link to my freebie guide there as well. I'm so grateful you joined me here on the podcast. If this was helpful to you, I hope that you will share it with a friend and that you will also leave a review and sign up and subscribe and all the good things, because I want to continue to provide you with great free content here on the podcast. So I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful day.